let's let it get up a little bit further than what, and then I'm going to explain to everybody why we're doing this. And it's probably going to be a lot of the same people who was just in there.
What time is it in Tennessee?
Same time, baby.
No, it isn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, it's 10:45. Bro, you're literally 2 states over, ain't you?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody commented and said something on a video on TikTok of me and you and said, well, that's what's up, y'all. I live I'm from something, and they named some main highway. I said, well, you could holler at him. And, I said, he's from there. You know what I mean?
He knows.
Hey, dude said, hey, what's up? It's Brody or something like that. No, what's up? Yeah, girl just started watching it. It's called Chicago Fire. No, called Fire Country. What up, Jay? He's back too. Damn. If you go on the show after prison show, how we both got our videos, if you click on mine, even though you commented me and then I responded, that was when we didn't even know each other yet. Somebody commented below yours and said, Jacob, it's so and so. What the fuck, bro? With the question mark, and then you never responded. So they're probably, A, how the hell are you on this huge ass YouTube channel, and B, why you weren't responding to them. So when we hang up, you're gonna go have to check that out. Uh, yeah, it's the one, bro. It's my interview on APS. It's the one we could have PlayStation in prison. And when you click, you commented 2 things. I responded, and then somebody wrote below yours. But let's let a few more people get in here and tell what we're doing. Oh yeah, Ohio, bro. We're blessed. Somebody said I should be using AirPods. So where's yours at?
Right in here.
Because yours are connected to this phone, and mine are connected to the other phone. Yeah, we got blessed, bro. I'm talking about. Can you hear me? Buffer. I wonder why. We got I got Wi-Fi. You got Wi-Fi. I can't really understand what's going on, bro. It's like something is trying to curse this video, dude. But we are not gonna let it. This is the 3rd day in a row, y'all. We've been trying to do this. We've used Zoom. We've used YouTube. We tried cell phones. We tried iMac Pros, laptops. I mean, we've been trying everything, bro. Like, this is crazy. I'm seeing all y'all's comments, but I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this. 10-4. Shy said 10-4. Like, more or less, that means, don't that mean, well, I know what he means. But all right, so let me see. Hold on. Buffer me harder. Yeah, here comes the trolls, bro. Yeah. Oh my god. Can hear you just fine. All right, cool. We got Yep. And you're about to get some more exposure off this. Yeah, bro. That's what I don't these trolls don't understand is every time people fucking comment weird shit, they're boosting our interaction score a little bit more. So they're really helping us, even though they're miserable as fuck. So that's why they do it. So since there's now 20 people, I'm gonna go ahead and start about this. You see that? Is that one of your people? That's one of your people? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Loud and clear. Under and off. Like I hear you. Okay. Like yeah. Why? Smash. Hey, Shot, I'll holler at you another time where me and you can actually chop it up and go back and forth on the comments. So anybody in here that's hearing this, don't take it personal if I'm not responding. Don't whatever, because this ain't really about me and my family like it usually is. We're doing this for the homie. So Shy, I just wanted to make sure you know that. Don't feel no type of way. New York's most wanted, same for you. Right, there he is. He's everybody's saying let's get it going. All right, thanks for the sub. So check this out. Go ahead and tell them who you are and how we met. Crazy. That's why we're doing this. Hey, Jake. Here we go. They're saying it again, bro. And I believe them because the one dude definitely is not trolling us. And same for New York's most wanted because he was saying regular comments. The only time I wouldn't trust that is if it was like somebody saying it just to fuck with us. I believe them, so I don't know what to do, bro. They're saying I think that only. See, you don't got an iPhone, do you? We use Zoom. We did just make a Zoom. I mean, we could just fucking post. We could just do this live for a few minutes, chop it up, and then I could hang up and literally post that 30-minute interview that we just did. But I think it came out like trash because not nothing you said or did, but because of my editing skills, my not knowing what I'm doing, that blue box popped up. My girl's AirPods connected to the fucking laptop. So many things kept happening, bro. Yeah, everybody's saying they can only hear me. He ain't. Say something right now, Jake. Let's see what they say. New York. I don't know if you hear him. He said, "Where you from in New York?" He said he was arrested in New York. That's why he's asking. Port Point or Port Jervis. He said he was extradited to the Orange County Jail in New Jersey and Goshen, but he was in Port Jervis. He said Newborough, New York. He said that's where he rode the Greyhound bus to, in the first place that he went. He said this is a geographical oddity. It's the only place in America where you could be eaten by a bear or shot in a drive-by at the same time because it's hood that's surrounded with woods. Like upstate New York. Somebody said put it on speaker, bro. Thank you. Somebody said great beard. I appreciate that. So check it out. Try to put your phone on speaker and see what it does because there ain't no way it's got to be on my end because they hear me. Yeah, I appreciate you, Shy, letting everybody know. Hit that like. I appreciate you. Oh, your phone's on speaker? Okay, take it off of speaker. That's might be actually what it is for real. Put it as where you hold the phone to your ear, because it ain't like we can see you anyway. Oh, you can't do that now that I think of it. Yeah, now that I don't even know why I said that. Had no He said I had no option. Alright, let me see. I hit my button and went. I'm gonna back out and go back into it. You back out and go back into it. Alright, so I'm back. Go ahead and do that. Let's see what it does. Because you ran over a cat by accident? Oh, shit. It just took him off of here. Hold on. Copy link. Maybe it'll bring them on here, y'all, once I do this. So give me like 2 seconds. Hey, never, man. Get the fuck off my live, dude. Quit being a bitch. Get off my live. Quit acting tough because you're on the internet. Can you hear me now? Try to cut me down in my prime. Alright. Yeah, that was a line from Happy Gilmore. If you know, you know. Where's all my 90s babies at? Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Happy Productions. The price is wrong, bitch. Bah, fucking clapped it. He clapped his ass, bro. Like beat the fuck out of him. All right, so let's see. Turn off the AirPods. Now they're telling me to turn off the AirPods. So let me see what that's hitting for. All right. Can y'all hear me?
You found what?
Go ahead and say something, bro. Yeah, so I hear you. All right. Can any of y'all hear my boy? Brother, man. I won. Heard a word Buddy said. Bob said. Yeah. Bob, because it's Robert. Yeah. Is that why you said that? I just caught that. I don't be trolling and I don't feed into the shit. I'm not gonna sit there and talk about who would win in a fight between me and you because we ain't got that option to organize that and make that happen. So, and I'm not gonna put no energy into that. What's up, Tiff? All right, so you could be live on me or on here with me, baby girl. Go ahead. Say hi. Say hello. What it dooski booski. All right, that's my daughter, y'all. What are you? They're people too. All people. Hey, that's a good one. I like that. He said there's only one race, the human race. I like that. That was definitely the first time I ever heard that. That was a good one. I like that. I'm just kidding. I scared the shit out of my daughter. Hey, somebody said name a car for an edit, bro. So go ahead.
Tesla.
Car. Somebody's trying to get you to do a thing for an edit. I appreciate you, Shy. Always in here on some positive shit. He's always sticking up for us. Trying to like look out for the channel. He be saying shit like hit that like button and shit like that. We definitely got some people who rock with our channel. Let me get. No, I was gonna scare you again. What, bro? I ain't seen you on the camera the entire time I've been on here, bro. Yes. Song request. What do you mean by that? Like to play them? You're about to show me a car? I would. You think of how that would work, bro? We could do. Check this out. This is what, brother. I'm gonna hit you with a zoom, 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 and then when it pops up, I can show them what you look like. Keep the live going. Coming at you live in living color. Where's all my 90s babies at? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Send. How? Yeah, Joe's so cool, bro. Not only did he put us on here, yeah, he does a good job at picking people to put on there. He actually put him on first, so Jake right here was on his show first. I was on the show after. But we need to give a shout out to APS Army. He's the GOAT of prison YouTube channels. He'd been doing this shit before everybody. I want to say the only person who did it before him was Fresh Out with Big Herc, from Cali. He's pretty cool too. Shout out to him. But we're saying is Joe is very selfless and he puts people first. He always makes sure he puts your social media out there. He tries to grow the channel. He's not about being selfish or anything like that. So yeah, we both really appreciate him. You can't hear him, but he's been saying the same shit, about Joe. His name's Joe Guerrero. After Prison Show. Anybody who's interested in watching his interview, my interview, they're both on there. We also are both doing 2 different channels very soon, but we're not going to expose them yet. The first one, we both got to go. The first one, I got to go to New York to the studio, like in a month. That same person is coming to his state very soon because he's already coming through the state. So that's how they got it set up. He's coming to him. I got to go to him to his studio. And then the other person, we have them set up for Thursday and Friday, where we're doing on each day. So we got 2 more interviews, y'all coming, and they're both pretty big channels, very big channels. We're very grateful, humble, blessed, all that. Oh, dude said let's link up in New York. Shit, I probably for real could set that up because I have no idea where they're at, but his studio is in like New York City or some shit. And he said like, "Hey, I'm sorry, bro. The only reason I'm doing it for him is because I already have to go to Tennessee. So it's whatever." But he said, "But as far as yours, I don't know when I'll be in Ohio. I need you to come to the thing." I said, "Well, shit, I'll just do it on a Zoom meeting." And he goes, "No, I don't do that." He's like, "I do in person." Which is cool. The other guy, he's cool with doing it online, bro. And I respect you for that, Jacob. You was the one who put me on with the other guy. I'm not exposing neither of them yet. We're gonna keep it in the air, let it hang in the air. We don't want to jinx it. For one, we don't want to make them feel disrespected. For two, speaking about something before it happened, we ain't bragging, none of that. So we're just gonna leave it at that. When it happens, we'll post the content. We're very lucky and grateful. But I do want to share with y'all too is that I got me and my girl got a sponsor now, and I'm gonna explain to y'all at some point when I attach this code. Anybody who uses this code for fluff and stuff and buys your animals stuff from their thing, we get a $20 or 20% commission, and they are now our sponsor for fluff and stuff. I just want to share that. What you want me to say to them, Jake? I'm about to bring you on the video right here. Hey, when you get this link, click, and even though it might take you off of my live, that's okay because I'll hold the screen up and then you can talk out loud and they'll hear you. All right, brother. You heard? So, all right. So click this link that's about to pop up. I'm gonna have you on speaker, and it's gonna show you. Let me see what I missed on some of these. Nice. Yeah, that's the same person. That's a troll. They did it again, bro. They's cool. They're a bitch, so it's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and block them. And just everybody know that we got a stalker that is also a fucking weirdo. They're a sex offender, chomo. They was trying to go swimming with my kids. They've been trying to figure out my address. We see what they just did. They just stole our picture and put it and made an account that shows us we're doing something right. We really appreciate you for the motivation. You really probably might need to get some help though, like some mental health assessment, and you should probably move out your family's basement and all that and get your shit together. Probably should try to go get a job. That way you ain't trying to scam my family and friends out of money because you've been doing that. And another thing you should do is make sure that I don't ever see you in person. That's a list of things that you need to make sure you do. All right. Did you get brought up on here, bro? Let me see. Hold on. Go ahead and do that and see what happens. All right. Everybody know that there's a fake one. All right. Hey, they said you really hit. That's the funniest shit I heard because my girl's constantly tripping on me for all these females always saying, "Damn, them tats are sexy. You handsome. You look good." No. It's true though. They're saying, "Dude, come here. I'm gonna show you what just happened." I bitch when you entertain it. Come here. Yeah, she's correct. She said I only bitch if you entertain it, which is true. But I was using that as an example that you probably might be the only person saying I'm hit. because I have females say shit all the time. But look, somebody stole it again. And photo, name. So now they have our Facebook copied, our TikTok copied, and our YouTube
That's
copied.
crazy.
Yes, what it is.
What the Sigma?
Here, clean it. I got it. Go ahead, baby. I got it. So the fact that y'all are doing that, like I said, you might need to get some help, and I'm sure you live a miserable life. You probably should try to figure something out so you ain't constantly living the type of life that you live. Because if you sit there and do this and you get a kick out of it, man, I ain't gonna lie. Even though it upsets me a little bit and I get mad, I actually feel for you, and I should probably say a prayer for you. I'm what? You gonna break that?
Yeah.
All right, come here.
Yeah.
Let me hug. Well, say, my mommy and daddy are so cool. People steal their content and try to pretend to be them.
My mom and daddy is so cool. People try to steal their content to be like them. Say it loud and say it proud.
All right, let me block this bitch.
Hi, Jake.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Hi, Jake.
Let this wannabe. Let me go ahead and I said blick. I meant to say block, but we could say blick too.
No, we can't.
Let me blick this wannabe stalker.
Dad, no.
All right, y'all. Here goes Jake Gentry right here.
Stream.
Check him out. That's your boy.
Stream.
Nah, I'm good, baby. Go ahead. Eat it. So I'm gonna hold this. Now y'all see what he looks like. I'm gonna have it on speakerphone, and I'm gonna continue staying on live for a little bit. And yeah, pretty much. Hey, he's definitely blasted. We call it sprayed. Up north, where I'm at, I don't know about south. Now on the west coast, it's blasted. Anywhere where you got your body covered in tats, and he got a lot of ink going on. I don't know if you can see. Bro, you want to show him your side or no? It's up to you. Them bullet holes is the craziest shit I've seen in a long time. Check this out, y'all. This shit to me is like hard ass tattoo. I'll show you in a little bit.
I see.
It's froze. Hold on. Oh, so look at the 3 bullet holes, y'all. That shit's crazy. And they used the red. What they did was they used your actual blood and let it sink into the skin, didn't they? Because I seen them do that where they could use the gray wash and lighten up the you know what I mean? That shit's dope. Y'all seen it? One more time, look. The side view. The bullet holes. I don't know, man. I think that's crazy. Or, All right, so let's go ahead and get going on some of this. Somebody said be positive. Let's get it.
That's good.
Yeah, I will. All right. We'll figure it out. New York, just stay in contact on these comments or lives and shit like that. Because when I go, I got you. We'll figure it out. I just need to find out what part he's talking about in New York. All right, I'm gonna hit my mute. Are you still on YouTube or no? Okay. You're in the Zoom, so I don't want to have it echoing too bad. Is why I said that. So I'm gonna set the phone right here. These people are gonna be able to hear you, but they're gonna hear you, and I'm gonna do it like this. Matter of fact, because they know what my ugly mug looks like. So I'm gonna do it like this. All right. Want the Sigma?
Yes.
Damn, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Go ask Ken and Brantley if they want to stake them.
Anyways.
They want to what?
All right.
Stake them.
So you want to go ahead and tell this story? I'm gonna have them tell me if they can hear you or what, and I'm gonna just literally do this. This is so ghetto, bro, but it'll work. You there, bro? All right, yeah, I hear you. Can y'all go ahead and say some shit, and let me see what they say. Go ahead, chat. Let me know if you guys hear him or what.
All right, yeah. Can y'all hear this? My name's Jacob Gentry. I was arrested 16 years ago today for first-degree murder.
Say yes or no, chat, as he's talking. Go ahead, bro.
Y'all copy that?
So nobody's wrote nothing. That's what. Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name's Jacob Gentry. I was arrested 16 years ago to the day from today. Today's the 16th anniversary of the day I was charged with first-degree murder. Spent 3.5 years in county jail waiting to go to trial. I went to trial and got found guilty of aggravated manslaughter. Was given a 35-year sentence, sent to maximum security prison. I was there for about another 3 years and some change. My first appeal, my direct appeal, my conviction was overturned, and I won a new trial. And I went back to trial for a second time, and I was exonerated. I was found not guilty on all counts by self-defense.
Amen.
Can they hear that?
Yeah, they hear you, bro.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, I mean, you want me to keep talking? You want me to tell, how it all happened?
Yeah, go ahead, because they're hearing you. Go ahead.
All right, so
I would suggest go into this. My bad, Jake. I was gonna say I would suggest tell them what led up to what happened with you and your girl, and then once you've explained that a little bit about your prison experience, your lawyer getting you out to where you're at right now.
Okay. So, I mean, you want me to back up to the whole weed shit and the psychic shit, or you want
what
me to
we'll say with that is that you got pulled over.
I mean, they can hear the whole story if they go to the interviews on After Prison Show, or if they go to the Matt Cox
right.
Crime.
What we will say is he got pulled over with a trunk full of weed. He invested all of his money he had into buying a good deal of some shit out of state. He got popped. He was out on warrant bond from 2 states when this took place. So just know that.
All right. So yeah, I was out on bail in Wisconsin and out on bail in Michigan. And should I tell the psychic part? I mean, that is a huge part of the story.
Yes.
All right. So I'm out on bail in Michigan. I just got caught with a whole trunk load of weed. And I was on my way back to Wisconsin to my court date for a little punk-ass weed case. And my brother had this girl with him from Wisconsin, and she wanted to stop in Chicago. And we did, and we were in, Midtown Chicago, the nice area. And I was so scared and nervous about what was about to happen to me over that weed. I thought they was about to smoke me because I had a whole trunkload. And anyway, I told my brother, hey, I'm going to go inside this. I seen a sign that said psychic in the window. I said, I'm going in here. Because about 7 years prior to that, I had an experience with a psychic that, it changed my life. It led me to understand that there are at least some of those people are legit.
Right.
So anyway, I walk into the psychic. She looks at me. She says, "What's this terrible thing that's happened to you?" And I told her what it was. I said I got pulled over on Interstate 94, and the police took my truck because I had something I wasn't supposed to have. She said, "They took everything." And I said, "Yeah, pretty much." And she handed me the tarot cards. She said, "Here, shuffle these cards." So I go to shuffle them, and one card just flipped out and landed face down on the floor. And I didn't think nothing of it. And I reached down to pick the card up,
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, she screamed at me and she said, "Don't touch it." She got up from her seat. She walked around the table and squatted down on the floor and picked that card up. And as soon as she flipped it over, she kind of gasped, her jaw dropped. And I said, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And she said, "I hate to be the one to have to tell you this, but this terrible thing that's happened to you, the reason why you came here, this thing that you're so worried about," she said, "you might as well forget about it. It's the least of your problems." She said, "In the middle of August, something is going to happen to you to the likes, that you cannot even fathom the severity of this." She said, "Life as you know it is about to be over with. Your whole world is about to get turned upside down." And she said, it's gonna look really bad at first, and you're gonna think about giving up, but you're not gonna give up. You're gonna come back from it. It's not gonna be overnight. It's gonna take some time, but you're gonna come back from it, and you're gonna live a happy life and have 3 children.
That's what's up.
And I left out of there, and I told myself, that wasn't real. That was all an act. That ain't gonna happen. And I pretty much just put it out of my mind, and I didn't think about it until the middle of August. Matter of fact, 16 years ago today.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why we're doing this, y'all, because it was
August has 31 days, and I went out on the night of August the 16th, which is dead ass in the middle of August. And I ended up getting in a bar fight with this guy, and I thought I just knocked him out, And I went home like, yeah, I bet you I felt feeling like David and Goliath, like I just slayed the giant. And go home, throw my clothes down, and go to sleep. And I wake up about a couple hours later, like 6 o'clock in the morning. There's detectives and gold badges all over every door and window. Gold badges all in the windows.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. Go ahead, bro. My bad. I was telling dude thank you because he's always looking out.
And but yeah, they knocked on the door. We came to the door, and they said, "You need to put some clothes on and come with us." There was an incident last night, and they said, "This guy Dave, he said he had a fight with you. Could that be true?" And I said, "Yeah, it's true." I said, he asked for that last night, and I gave him exactly what he asked for, and he deserved it. So they asked me, I tell them the whole story, and if you want to hear it, I'll tell you what all led up to it.
Let me ask something real quick, bro. How was it that he told them you was the one to fight with? He was alive at that time?
No, he wasn't. He did get knocked out right there on the sidewalk, and he never regained consciousness. But see, they knew that I didn't know he was dead, so they lied to me to make me think he was alive.
That's what they do.
Because if I knew that he was dead, and I knew that I was being questioned for murder, I would have lawyered up. And
people from the hotel said something, correct?
They're telling me the guys talking to him. You know what I'm saying? They knew that I would be much more likely to talk about it if I just thought that I was being questioned about an assault or a fight or something.
Correct.
But anyway, yeah, I tell them the whole story, and I said, "Am I gonna have a bail, man? Because I gotta be back at work. Like I can't miss work." And they said, "Yeah, you're gonna have a bail." And they pushed me in the courtroom, and it's a Sunday, and I'm just like, "Where do they have court on Sundays at?" And it was like a dream, man. It didn't seem real. And then all of a sudden, I stand up in front of the judge, and he says, "You're charged with knowingly, purposely, willfully inflicting serious bodily injury that resulted in the death of David Earl Hallmark." And I didn't even know I knew that the dude's name was Dave that I had fought, but I didn't never know his whole name or anything like that. I just knew I had a fight with some dude named Dave. But, they told me I was charged with first-degree murder, and I'm looking behind me. Like, who is? Like, not me. Right. Like, I'm just here for a fight.
Hey, Jake.
And, yeah.
Let me give him a little context real quick. He also had a girlfriend, and there was some things going on behind her that these people jumped you multiple times, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what led up to it all.
Okay,
if you want me to tell that, like,
I know, it's so long version, I already know, but I wanted them to get a little context that female, there was guys that were constantly hollering at her at the hotel. They all were at that hotel because him and his co-workers were all staying at that hotel. So pretty much everybody in those rooms worked with him. And I just wanted to throw that out there so they get the idea this was an ongoing thing for days. All right, go ahead, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. This was actually like the third altercation that I had with the dude. It wasn't the first time we fought. It was actually the third.
Right. That's why I wanted him to know that.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you want me to tell about it, but if you want, I can back up to the whole,
I just wanted them to know that took place.
I got picked up there in Newburgh, New York. I rode a Greyhound bus to Newburgh.
I more or less just wanted them to know that. Go ahead and probably go ahead and continue on from the courtroom part, and then they can check out the interview if they want.
Okay, so pick back up in the courtroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, they told me I was charged with murder, and I'm looking around for somebody else. Like, who is? Like, who you talking to? Like, I knew they were. I heard what they said, but I'm like, nah. Like, you know, they say the first stage of grief is denial, and I experienced that because like my mind heard the words that judge said, but my brain like refused to process it. I was like, no, it's not me, man. I'm not charged with murder.
Right.
But so yeah, they put me back in a jail cell. I waived extradition. New Jersey came pick me up, but while I was sitting in that jail cell in Orange County, New York, the psychics, all those words from the psychic came just hit me like a ton of bricks, you know, like a train. And I remembered every word that she said to me. And like I can remember telling that story in the county jail, and I was on like the maximum security block, right? And there was I was telling that story, and one of the dudes that was sitting there listening just like starts crying, man. Like, and he's like crying his eyes out, and he kept saying, I'm sorry. And I'm like, man, it's cool. Like, you ain't gotta like cry if you need to. But I said, yeah, the psychic told me this was gonna happen, but she also told me I was gonna go home.
Right, and you knew it, and you
believed it. But it ain't
it.
over yet. And like a lot of times I think about that dude. I don't remember his name, or I don't know if I ever even knew his name, but I can remember his face, and I can remember like him crying, and like he kept apologizing because he was crying because I was telling him this story. Yeah. And I wonder, like, did that guy know that it all came true? The only thing that hasn't come true is I don't have. That lady said I was going to have 3 kids and a happy life. Like, well, I do have a pretty happy life.
It ain't over
yet. I got my
yet.
dog, but I don't have any children.
But
I guess it ain't too late. But literally everything she said came true. The middle of August, my life was ripped apart. It looked crazy. It looked really bad at first, and I did think about giving up, man. I thought about hanging it up probably more than once.
Me too.
But I didn't. You know, I just decided, like, you know, you're gonna sink or swim. You can lay down and die.
So tell them how long you did before. Tell them lead up to how long you did before the moment you realized how good of a lawyer you had.
So say that again.
How long you did before the moment you realized the lawyer you had?
Oh, you talking about my appellate lawyer?
Yeah, like how long were you incarcerated by the time that took place?
All right, so I was in the county jail for 3.5 years. I went to trial. I lost. Then I want to say it took about maybe 2 years for me to get assigned a lawyer. So I had been in maximum security prison in Trenton for about 2 years, and then I got assigned an attorney. My cellmate, his name is Kevin Planker, and he's been in there like 24 years now, I think. And he was very familiar with you know, everybody there and everything. He actually knew the Iceman. If you ever watched the Richard Confessions of the Iceman, like Kevin knew him personally.
Richard Kuklinski, yeah.
But anyway, he said when I found out who my lawyer was, he said, "Man, let's go down to the law library and talk to Ray." And Ray's real name is Aurelio Cagno, and this dude was a made member of the Colombo family, and his own brother told on him, but they had like whacked the not the boss, but like I don't know what is it called, the consigliere or something like that. Yeah, they got like the boss or underboss. I think that dude is kind of like an underboss or something like that. Mm-hmm. But they whacked a made member of the mafia, and his brother told on him. And anyway, he's old as hell, but all he does is sit down in the law library and read case law. And we pull up, and Kevin's like, "Ray, he said, this is my boy Country." He said, he just got assigned an attorney on his appeal. He said, "Tell him who your lawyer is, Country." And I said, "Stephen W. Kirsch."
Shout out to him.
And the old guy said, "Steve Kirsch? Who's got Steve Kirsch? You got Steve Kirsch?" I said, yeah, I got Steve Kirsch." And he said, "You're home already. Kick back." And I was just like, "What?" I said, "It's like that?" And he said, I'll put it to you like this. nobody can win them all. But I bet you this guy wins 2 out of 3. So anyway, I go back up to my cell, get the phone. I call my mother, and I said, "Hey, Mom, this guy, they're saying my lawyer's really good." And so my mom, she reaches out to the guy, and he talks to her, and he says, "Give me a couple months, give me 2 or 3 months to read these transcripts and familiarize myself with the case, and then I'll let you know what I think about it." So about 3 or 4 months goes by, and I talked to my mom one day. She said, "I talked to your attorney. He's read the transcripts. He said that he's been doing this for 40 years, and that if your case isn't the biggest injustice that he's ever seen in his whole career, it's definitely in the top 3."
Wow.
And he said he has a rule, like he's got his own little rules, and one of his rules is he doesn't become personally involved in his work. Like he leaves his work at work and he don't bring it home with him. Right. But he said that he can't help but bring your case home with him. Like he thinks about your case while he's at home, and he's gonna do everything he can to get you out of there.
Shout out to your lawyer, bro. Say his name again.
His name is Stephen W. Kirsch.
Okay. Hey, and to everybody in the chat, I'm peeking at him. I just don't want to interrupt him too much. So I just don't, don't feel like you're getting interrupted. Also, to piggyback, you said today's the 16th anniversary. You were locked up August 17th. I was locked up August 19th, 2017. We have been finding so many coincidences that are in synchronicity. It's crazy. And now go ahead and finish, and then I got another side story I want you to tell.
All right, so after that, probably another year goes by. My case is like scheduled. He writes the brief and everything, and his points to bring up to the appellate court, and then so finally, like another year later, they finally schedule it, and they have the oral argument. And I guess the guy left as soon as he walked out of the courtroom. He got on the phone and he called my mom, and he's like, "Look, I don't ever do this. I don't ever say we won before the decision comes back, but we won." So, my mom's telling me this, and just like Joe asked me, like, how did I feel when I got sentenced to the 35 years, and I said, well, I pretty much expected it. I actually called it. I remember telling the nurse that morning. The nurse said, "What's up, Gentry? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting ready to go out here and cop this 30-piece." And I did. But, it's like, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Like when you're in that type of situation, you hope for the best, but you expect the worst. Because if you get all your hopes up too much and expect that you're about to be going home, and then all your hopes and dreams come crashing down, like you might go hang it up or something. So you gotta like mentally prepare yourself that things might not go your way.
I got that tatted on my chest, bro. Pray for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah. So anyway, the attorney, he said we won, and it was several months later before the official verdict came back. But yeah, we won. They overturned the case. I went back to the county jail. I actually tried to cop out and said, "Look, I'll take reckless manslaughter, and I'll take the maximum for second-degree manslaughter," because that was 10 with an 85%. I already had like 7 in, and I would have been halfway house eligible right then. Yeah. And, that's all I was thinking about is eating a cheeseburger and messing with some chicks. That's all I wanted.
Smoke a cigarette, but you ain't gotta have a cop watching you and shit.
The prosecutor said, "No, we're going to give you 85 years this time." She forced me to go back to trial, and I beat her.
Wow.
So I started 85 years.
They tried to give you a higher number?
December 8th, 2015. I was exonerated on February 16th of 2016.
Yep.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, my bad, bro. I was just saying, that's crazy. They tried to give you a higher number, 85 instead of 35?
Yeah. She said they were going to give me 85 years the second time.
If you went to trial, because they were pissed that you came back.
Yep.
You didn't just lay down and let these people take your life for you defending yourself. I want everybody out there hearing this to understand that this man defended himself and was attacked by people multiple times within a 3-day period. They was pissed that he wasn't gonna just let him push him around, bully him. He was standing up for himself, doing what he was supposed to do. They seen that he wasn't an easy target, and they jumped him on 3 separate occasions. And on that last occasion, somebody lost their life. That's the part that pisses me off about this story, is that the court really thought you deserved that much time for defending yourself. And I looked it up. This is all legit. Like everything he's saying, I looked this up, did my own homework. I haven't seen or heard any discrepancies that he said. So I just want to let that be known. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. There's several people I saw in the comments, like on Joe's video and on Matt Cox's video, like they said I was there in that county, like everything this dude's saying is true. There was one asshole on the Matt Cox interview that was like, I'm from the same area where this clown committed his crime and he's a liar. And I was like, oh, go ahead and try to prove one thing I said that I lied about, man. You can't, because you're fucking dumb.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, there's always gonna be like one hater, but
we got one right here, bro.
There was 1,000 comments on that video.
We got a hater right here.
3 people had something slick to say. For the most part, everybody was real supportive.
Somebody just said this is the most ghetto setup ever. That sounds kind of. I mean, that's actually true. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them that one. But it's because, so the mic wasn't working and the camera wasn't working. They could barely hear him, so we had to do this so they could see him. Right, I don't care. I'm just letting it be known for people who just joined, because the number keeps going up and down. It stayed at 30. It hasn't went below. It was just at like 39, so it's going up and down. But at least we accomplished this. Let's go ahead and let it be known with what happened. You got released. You have now been home. Give them a couple minutes rundown of what you got going on in your life, and then we'll wrap up the story and go ahead and just do a regular live.
All right. So yeah, now man, I've got a little houseboat. I got a badass dog. I drive a dump truck at a power plant owned by the federal government.
Thank you, baby.
You know, make decent money. Don't really do no wild shit anymore. Like I drank a couple times like last month, man, but I think I've decided like I don't need to be drinking alcohol. Like that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, bro.
Right,
me neither. I don't drink either.
But yeah, there was a minute where I was drinking a little bit, but like I started hanging out with one of my old best friends, and, like from high school, and that's all we used to do is just get drunk every weekend. And anyway, I guess it was just kind of rehashing old times, but you know, I got drunk and threw my fishing pole in the water last Friday night. Ever since I did that, I was like, man, I gotta quit drinking.
Damn, you did what? You threw it in the thing?
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I was trying to fish with it, you know, and I was just drunk and it just flew out of my hand.
Hey, I quit drinking too. I don't drink either, bro. It's bad. It's all bad. Especially me. I know I'm an addict, alcoholic. I have to only take my medication. If I do anything extra, I wake up in jail. I say and do things around my girl. I'm mean to her. I get mean, bro. I got things in my mind that I block out, and as soon as I get drunk, I start becoming like verbally abusive, and I know that, and I recognize that. So I'm letting it be known that I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit that I can't handle my alcohol. As soon as I get drunk, I start getting into fist fights with my friends. I start saying and doing things I shouldn't. I'm that type of person. I don't know about you, but I know I am.
I mean, I'm usually cool, you know, but all it takes is just one fuck up, and I can't afford that right now, man. I got things are going too good in my life to be slipping.
Right, I agree.
But I really wish I could smoke like pot.
See, I'm allowed.
Thinking about moving to Ohio just so that I can.
I'm allowed, but I choose not to. Yeah, it's recreational here, bro. If you're on parole, you're allowed to even smoke it. It's up to your parole officer. So if you say, hey, do you care if I smoke because it's recreational? She's going to say, go ahead, go get a doctor thing, pay the $190, whatever, get that done. And then as soon as you're done with that, I don't give a fuck. That's what they're going to say.
Hell yeah. Well, I would gladly do that. But, you know, the job, I'm a CDL truck driver. So I'm any point in time, you know, they could diss test me, and it would mess with my job. So
right.
For now, until I get another job, I can't even mess around. But one of these days, I want to smoke again.
I agree. All right. Well, because we did this, good interview. Appreciate you. Somebody said it was a good one. And whoever I said that to a minute ago about the ghetto thing, and I said it as being a hater, I actually take that back because what you said was legit. So I know when to admit that I'm wrong. And that was definitely true. Oh, shit. My bad, bro. It was paused. All right, but I know when to admit when I'm wrong. I shouldn't have said that because this is ghetto as hell. So I apologize to that person. And appreciate anybody to watch this. I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up because in about 8 minutes, it's going to cut him off. So when it cuts him off, then I'm going to be on live regular. I'll probably say a few things and keep it pushing if anybody's even in here. But I'm going to let this stay. Go ahead and let's share your, let's go ahead and share your social media. So anybody who's curious to watch his channel, anybody who supports us and watches Finally Free Family Life, follow him, subscribe. He's on the same path I'm on, same journey I'm on. We're both just starting out. We're going to do collabs. We're going to start getting together, giving each other content ideas. And we are both trying. What is your Facebook's what?
My Facebook is Jacob Gentry.
TikTok.
My profile picture is actually taken during my trial.
I seen that.
Looking straight up. Looks like I'm looking up to heaven. And my background picture is a pink moon. So if there's a bunch of Jacob Gentrys, just look for the one with the pink moon in the background.
Somebody just said some real shit though. Yeah, they want a part 2 so you can finish because I want to do this the correct way, not ghetto. I actually want us to record a real Zoom interview where it does not interrupt and mess up. We can't seem to make that happen. But I am happy we at least accomplished this because it got you out there. It gave you the exposure that I wanted to. I want everybody to follow. So we got Jacob Gentry, Facebook. We got TikTok, which is Valiant Thor. That's the username. So that will bring it up. You got Instagram, which is what?
Valiant Thor 99.
And then you have YouTube. The most important one that I want you guys to go to when this is done is Jacob.
YouTube is the only thing that I got that's like kind of popping right now.
You got
like
about 13.
Other social media.
You got almost 1,500.
I never even was big with social media, you know, like, and I wouldn't even have the YouTube if it wasn't for Joe Guerrero.
Shout out to
Bro,
Joe.
You got to start your own channel before we do this interview. That way, all the people, you know, people are going to
Dragonfly.
And that way, I'll have somewhere to send them to. So I did, and I got like 1,300.
You got more than that, bro.
Almost.
It went up. Yeah, I was gonna say you got more than that. I just seen it. Jacob's thing is Jacob's Ladder. What?
111.
That's so easy. Jacob's Ladder 111. Easy as hell to memorize. Search for it now, subscribe, or do it when we hang up. Jacob's Ladder 111. If you didn't remember any of them, that's the one. And appreciate you for doing this, bro. I'm glad we met. And I guess let's use these last couple minutes to share that crazy story about the concert thing, bro. It's off topic, but we've noticed we got so many things that were in common and in synchronicity that was what people would call coincidences. Tell them in detail what happened with that concert that you were supposed to go to, and then tell them real quick about the radio station thing. However you want to tell it. Matter of fact, go into that.
There's no way we can fit all that in.
All right, so do the radio thing, bro. Give them the whole story behind that radio station thing. As quick as you can.
All right, so when I first got to prison, first thing you do is order sweats and TV and radio and all that. So it took a couple months for my shit to come in, but when it finally did, I got the Clear Tunes radio, and I found some. There wasn't very many white dudes in New Jersey prison, but I found a dude, and I was like, yo, they got any rock and roll stations? And he said, yeah, 93.3 WMMR, Philadelphia. That was just across the river from where we was at in Trenton. So I tune in. I like the station. You know, they play all the music I like. And one day, during the week, Monday through Friday, at 12 o'clock every day, the DJ, his name was Pierre Robert, he would come on and he would do something called the Workforce Blocks, where he would play like 3, 4, 5 songs in a row by the same artist, and like people would request to hear like their favorite bands. Okay. So one day he made a comment about getting a letter in the mail, and he said, pretty much everything now is all email and text and electronic. He said it's a rare thing that we get a letter in the mail. So just by him saying that, I had the idea. I'm like, hell, I don't got nothing better to do. I'm gonna write this dude a letter. Right. So I did. I wrote him a letter. I told him who I was. Told him I was, doing a 35-year sentence for some shit I wasn't guilty of. And I said, I know you're probably going to play a block of John Lennon because I was born the day John Lennon got killed. But it's also Corey Taylor's birthday, and it's my birthday, and Corey Taylor's my favorite musician, and I said, could you play me a block of Corey Taylor, like Slipknot, Stone Sour? And anyway, on my birthday, the guy ended up like reading the letter on the radio and all that, and I thought it was cool, so I did it again the second year, then I did it again the third year, and like that it became my thing every year. A couple weeks before my birthday, I would write the radio station and ask them to play Corey Taylor. That's awesome. Listen to what so the third year, like I don't remember if it was that very same day or like the very next day, but it was like as soon as I put the letter in the mailbox, I hear on the radio they're saying Slipknot and Korn are coming to town. So I think to myself, well, one of the songs that I requested was a cover of Tom Petty's "You Got Lucky." And I'm pretty sure he had done that there at that radio station. So I knew he'd been there before, and I knew he was coming to town on our birthday. And so I wrote another letter to the radio station, and I wrote another letter, and I wrote a letter to Corey Taylor himself. And I said, look, I know I just wrote you and everything, but I just heard Slipknot's coming to town. If Corey Taylor stops by the radio station, could you give him this letter? Appreciate you, and I wrote him a letter and was like, happy birthday, bro. I've been listening to you since I was like 18, since before Slipknot was even famous. Like I was in Iowa and bought their album at a Hot Topic, but just because solely on the album cover, I just looked at, that's the only time in my life I've ever bought an album just because of the cover of it, but I knew it was going to be badass. Right. And, but anyway, long story short, I wake up on my birthday.
Tell them where you were in the hole.
This was my 34th birthday. Yeah, I was in Ad Seg. And I turned the radio up, and Corey Taylor was there. 12 o'clock shows up, comes around, and the Pierre Robert shows up, and he's sitting there talking with him, like beating down for like 10, 15 minutes or so. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, oh, I almost forgot. He says, I brought something for you. And he's like, you can hear him like going through like papers and shit. And he's like, I know I got it. I know I brought it with me. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, there it is. And he told him like, he's like, there's a guy out there, and every year you guys have the same birthday, and he always requests to hear your songs every year. He's been doing it for years. And he just happened to guess that you may show up here, and he wrote you a letter. And so, like, they gave it to him on the radio, and I'm sitting there on my bunk just listening to it, and I'm like, have I, because I've seen a lot of people go crazy back there in Ad Seg. I've seen people legit, like, lose their minds, and I questioned my sanity. I was like, did that just happen? Did that really just fucking happen right now? Like, I thought that there was a real chance that I had lost touch with reality, and, like, I invented that in my own head.
So context, real quick, context. Imagine you're in the hole. You've been writing this radio station for about 3 years in a row. Your birthday is on the same day as your favorite rock star. As you're doing this every year, they are so used to getting the damn letter that dude comes to the radio station and reads the letter out loud. You're in the hole with a shitty-ass AM, FM radio, laying there listening to it all by yourself on your 34th birthday. And all of a sudden, your favorite rock star reads your letter out loud on the radio while you're laying there listening to it in person in live time. And it's so crazy that you think that it didn't even happen. That's the context of what's going on here, y'all. And also, shout out to Tyler and Dragonfly for what y'all saying.
Then they came and brought, that very same day, they came and brought cardboard boxes and was like, pack your shit. And
oh, yeah. It's going to cut you off in like the next 3 minutes,
like,
bro.
I get out, I go back to the county jail, my mom comes and bails me out, and Corey Taylor just happened to be playing an acoustic show in New Jersey that night at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. And I wanted to go to it, but my appellate lawyer told my mom, he said they're pissed. They don't want him out. They're mad as...
I knew that was going to happen any second, y'all. All right, so what he was getting at, and yeah, shout out to Dragonfly and Tyler for what y'all was just saying. To the other person, you could just keep scrolling. But what he was getting at, he tried to go get out on that day on his birthday. So he got packed up, out. The whole radio thing just took place, the whole listening to that. So now he gets out and finds out that that's why he was there, is because he was playing a show. So he's like, shit, I should go to his show today for his birthday. And his mom's like, nah, the lawyer said, let's get you the hell out of New Jersey because they are pissed that you just got released and they don't want you here. So he ended up making it to another show that he had in New York, as a matter of fact. I don't know if New York dude is still in here, but he ended up going to the show, but at a different time because of that. So that's the context. That's some people would call them coincidences. They're not coincidences. That shit is just way too specific. The way the psychic said everything, the way everything was just